So how do different cruise lines differ? I've been on several different cruise lines, and I note that when people are thinking about who they should book a cruise through, they look at all the different forums on Facebook, and some people swear by one line and other people swear by another. So on this video, I'm going to explain some of the differences between a couple of American cruise lines and MSC, an Italian cruise line. Hi, I'm Jan Obridge, I'm the Cruise Queen. So which one should you choose? Well, I've been on Celebrity, I've been on lots of different ones actually, but on Celebrity, Royal Caribbean and MSC, I hold a high status. On Royal Caribbean, I'm Diamond, which is not the highest by any stretch. On a Celebrity, I'm Elite, and on MSC, I'm Diamond. So I've experienced those three lines from the point of view of quite a valued loyalty club member. So I can tell you some of the differences there. But first of all, what are the fundamental differences? Because I find that when people are used to one particular type of line, they go on another, there's always complaints that things are not quite the same. Well, they're not going to be the same. First of all, Royal Caribbean. We did Royal Caribbean for years and years and years and absolutely loved it. I love the promenade on the bigger Royal Caribbean ships and always enjoyed the experience. Royal Caribbean, my husband loves it because there's always steak on the menu. It's an American ship, so there's always steak. The ships, some of the older ones get a bit tired. They're not kept as well as they might be. And the last time I cruised Royal Caribbean, which was on a ship which I've always loved, which was the Independence of the Seas, I felt like the service had gone down. I always enjoy my cruises, but yeah, just didn't feel like it was as good as it had been, and yet the prices had gone up. Just little things niggled me. For example, as a Diamond member, we get access to the Diamond Lounge between about 5 o'clock and 8:30 for free drinks. There are a limited number of drinks, but you can usually get something you like. But you also get buy one, get one free twice in the day in any bar. So I was on a cruise, just a 3-night cruise with my family, and then we stayed on for a further 14 nights for which we had a drinks package. But we didn't have a drinks package on this one, so my daughter-in-law was with me. We both ordered a glass of rosé. Mine was dry, hers was sweet. And when I came to give my card, they charged me for both drinks, and I said, well, I have buy one, get one free. And they said, no, only if it's the same wine. So it was a little niggle that I thought it was a bit jobs worthy, to be quite honest. But the last couple of years, we haven't done Royal Caribbean, but we have done Celebrity. And Celebrity is kind of what I call a grown-up Royal Caribbean. We started on Celebrity 16, nearly 17 years ago now, and I've always enjoyed it, I have to say. Again, my husband loves the fact that he can get steak every day, and of course, all the announcements are in English, American English. And as an Elite member, I have to say, what they offer Elite members is absolutely brilliant. You get a little card which tells you all the things that you're eligible for. Again, they have the drinks, but we did have a drinks package, so that didn't bother us at all. But it was an excellent journey. We did from Dubai to India, and it was brilliant. The food was great, the staff were great, the ship was lovely, even though it was an older ship. It was lovely. No complaints whatsoever. In fact, I have a live on that very trip, I think, or maybe not that one. I have a live on the Norwegian Fjords, which was also Celebrity. So no complaints. The only thing I would say about both Royal Caribbean and Celebrity as a negative is the cost. The cost is much higher than it was. It's gone up tremendously, and And I would never get a celebrity cruise without an included drinks package, because the drinks packages on both Royal Caribbean and Celebrity are really expensive. Unless you're really big drinkers, it really is not worth having to pay extra. But if you can get an included package, one that's all-inclusive, especially if you get onboard credit, which we did on our India trip, then it's definitely worth it. It was, like I said, a brilliant cruise. And but little things like when you order drinks, even if you're both in the same cabin and it's obvious you're both in the same cabin and you order 2 glasses of wine, you have to give them both your cards. They have to register both your cards every time you get a drink, even though they know you're in the same cabin, they know you've both got a drinks package, etc. So there's a lot of kind of jobs worth stuff. Another thing I found on and I don't remember if it was Celebrity or Royal Caribbean, I was drinking Baileys after dinner, and we were in the casino bar, and they had run out of Baileys. So I went to the next bar to get a Baileys to take back to the casino bar. So I got to the bar and I asked for a Baileys, and they gave me the Baileys, and I said, "Oh, could I please have a double?" They said, "No, you have to wait 15 minutes. I'm like, "What do you mean I have to wait 15 minutes? I'm next door and I just want a double in the same glass so I can take it next door." "No, we can't give you free drinks except every 15 minutes. So I felt that was just a little foolish, that I had to go back to the bar, drink it, then come back and get another one. Little things like that, little niggle. Could have just been that ship, could have just been that barman for all I know. But it just left a bit of a sour taste. But all in all, if you want to pay the money, great cruise line, American food, lots and lots of steak and stuff like that. Specialty restaurants, quite expensive as well. But as I say, drinks package, yeah, very expensive. Also, one of the things on Celebrity Cruise, Baileys is $11 a glass, or $11.50 a glass. $11.50 for a glass of single Baileys. I mean, you can buy a bottle for that back home. And I said, could I get a Baileys on my package? "No, your Baileys is $10 and the drinks are limited to $10. So I'm like, okay, fine, I'll give you the extra $1.50 or whatever. Fortunately, I found a barman that was sympathetic to my cause, and I only ever paid it once. You couldn't keep it on silent for the filming. You can answer it now, you might as well.
Yes,
She'll ring again.
that's okay, that's on silent.
Right. So, fortunately, I found a great barman who was sympathetic to my plight, just gave me Baileys anyway on my drinks package. So that was okay. But it just seemed a shame that a drink which is actually not expensive, really, was so expensive. So it took it outside the realms of affordability in that package. So now what about MSC, an Italian cruise line? People coming from Celebrity and Royal Caribbean quite often complain when they come to MSC because they say, first of all, the food is not as good. Well, it's not as good, it's just that it's Mediterranean. You don't get steak every day. You do get steak, but not every day. You can get pasta any day. It's Mediterranean. They also say the food is served cooler than on the American ships. But I do have to say that the food on the Celebrity cruise that we were on, going to India, was served at a similar temperature to what we got on the MSC cruises. So I wouldn't exactly say that that was true. I thought that that all in all, the food, I like the food. If you don't like Mediterranean, you won't like MSC. The other thing people complain about is the languages. The announcements are made in like 6 languages. Well, you know, I just get used to it. I can't understand most of what they're saying anyway, even if it's in English, because, you know, it's coming through a tannoy. So I just block that out. The other differences are that on MSC, once they know that you're in the same cabin, you only give one card for your drinks. You don't have to give 2 cards for 2 drinks. You just give one. And if I ask for a treble, they'll give me a treble. I don't have to, there's no complaints. They just look after you. I find the service is just as good. The cabins are just as good. Everything is great. Everything is very similar quality-wise. The ships, I have to say, on MSC are exquisite, and even the old ships are kept beautifully. They are they're just pristine, more so than I found on Royal Caribbean. I have to say the Celebrity ships were great, but lots of little things which on MSC may not be to someone's liking, but they prefer the American ship. The choice really is, what do you want to pay? The drinks package on MSC is a lot less than on the American ships. There are no gratuities now on MSC. Not sure whether there are on Royal Caribbean or Celebrity still. That might still be in question. But I think most cruise lines are going in that direction, that they're going to get rid of gratuities. But there's just little things which make each experience very different. On both of them, they have a health spa. Again, expensive in both, but Royal Caribbean and Celebrity, a bit more expensive. Anything dollars, even MSC, when it sails out of America, is more expensive than when it sails out of Europe. Don't ask me why. Something to do with taxes, I think, but that is the truth. When it's in dollars, it's more expensive. So, which cruise line is best? You know what? I've never had a bad cruise. I love cruises. I've been on Princess, NCL, I can't remember who else, but been on loads of different ones and never had a bad cruise. Some I probably wouldn't bother going back, but others, they're like, yeah, they were okay. But it really is, how much do you want to pay? Because MSC is probably the best value cruises. Whether you like Mediterranean food or not, or whether you prefer American steaks, etc. Whether you like the freedom of the drinks packages that you get on MSC or the more restrictive on Celebrity and Royal Caribbean, and whether you like the itinerary. Let's face it, wherever it is you want to go, the itinerary is probably the main thing that most people go for. Probably not quite like that anymore. We talked on one of the forums the other day about, are you fed up with the Med? And I'm like, no, because first of all, I never get fed up sailing out of Venice. Love it. But also, if we go to a port that we've been to and we don't really want to get off, then we stay on ship when everyone else gets off, so it's great. But most places, we haven't seen everything, so we get off and we have a wander and we just enjoy it. Greek islands, love them. So, do I stick to the same cruise lines all the time? I tend to stick to either Celebrity or MSC. MSC mostly, as most of you know. I talk mostly about MSC because it's the unsung hero of the seas, I believe. But all in all, would I go on a Celebrity? If I get a great deal, absolutely. So which one? It's up to you. Have a look at what's available. It's whatever's important to you. And enjoy it, whatever it is. Don't expect the MSC experience and the Celebrity experience to be the same. They're entirely different cultures. So if you go with that mindset that I'm going to experience a different culture, then you'll enjoy it. If you go ready to compare every little thing with your favorite cruise line, then of course you're going to find fault. So don't find fault, find favor. Go in, make friends with the staff and enjoy it. So enjoy whatever cruise you go on, Celebrity, Royal Caribbean or MSC. I love them all, but right now MSC is my favourite. But hey, have it. This is the Cruise Queen. I nearly forgot to say, press the subscribe button, press the like, please like, and maybe the notification bell as well. I'm Janet Obridge. I'm the Cruise Queen. Have an awesome day. Bye.